Cam Carter.
Yeah, it starts with him. Everything they do is surrounded by him. Interesting to see how Oklahoma guards him today.
All right, so just the sixth ever meeting between LSU and Oklahoma. First SEC clash between these two. Victorious Miller, that is number 0 in the purple. He makes his first start of his career. The rookie from Los Angeles, a bit strong on the first look. So this is Oklahoma's starting 5. Their 5-man right there, Sam Godwin, just got blocked at the rim. But we saw that duo, Fears and Moore. They've averaged better than 30 points per game combined. And so can they get right today after a difficult 3-game stretch? 3 straight losses, Joe, to Auburn, Tennessee, Missouri, all ranked teams.
Yeah, that's a tough stretch for any team at any level in the conference or in the nation.
Yeah.
And again, this is that's the importance of this game. LSU, as we've documented, is struggling, is having a tough time. You're playing at home. You got a tough stretch behind you, a tough stretch in front of you. Very important game.
And so it's a 4-guard starting lineup for LSU today. A notable name missing, that is Corey Chest, the redshirt freshman from New Orleans who started 19 games this year for LSU. He is coming off the bench. That is if he plays today. Back spasms and pregame warm-up, so his status is questionable. And then we got a white timeout here. Chuck Jones, one of our 3 officials. Yeah, calls time.
Yeah, Jalen Moore took a spill. That's something that Porter, I'm sure everybody in the arena, especially Porter Moser, kind of held his breath on that. He went down for a second, got up slowly, but it looks like he's checking out all right. Yeah,
Jalen Moore, number 14 in the white. He's the senior from Birmingham, playing at an all-conference caliber level this season. There's Bryson Goodine. That is the marksman. Misfires on the first look. Offensive board, and a new 20 after Godwin picks it up. That's a traveling violation, so the first turnover committed by Fears.
Both of these teams really struggle, as you see Corey Chest on the sideline, and they both struggle with rebounding, which is going to be sorely missed with Chest not being in the lineup for LSU, but they both struggle with that, and they struggle with turnovers. Interesting to see who can kind of overcome that today.
Yeah, they are both bottom of the SEC in turnovers per game. Drive and kick, that was Sears. The extra pass goes to Jai Bailey, and he drills the jumper.
Nice job of getting the ball in the lane and kicking it out. Great read by Carter to do one more pass.
And again, for Corey Chest, questionable right now. That was late word from LSU whether or not he would be available. Count the basket. Duke Miles, who's coming off the 18-point outing a couple of days ago, is going to the line.
Yeah, he's been very aggressive, especially in the second half of the Missouri game where he really started doing that right there. He's a determined driver. He's got a little bit of strength to him, and he's a very quick and powerful player.
Yeah, one of the many first-year Sooners that got signed out of the portal. The redshirt senior from Montgomery. Joe, he has been a productive starter, about 10-11 a game this season, but he can't convert at the line. Is that a lane violation? I think Barat Ramadan just whistled Cam Carter for a lane violation. So we're going to do this again. So there's the conventional 3-point play, but this is like an unconventional conventional 3-point.
Back in the old days, 3 to make 2, 2 to make 1.
We have been going back in the time capsule today, haven't we? It's Alumni Day, by the way.
Yeah.
Plenty of very influential, impactful Sooners greats are in the building. Oh, there's some contact. Victorious Miller spilled right at midcourt, so that's a foul on Goodine. So there's the third-year boss, Matt McMahon, 46-year-old from right outside of Knoxville, had those 7 great seasons at Murray State, led them to several NCAA tournament appearances, league titles, got this job in 2022. NIT last year. This team has dealt with some injuries this season. You can see the lopsided 1-10 league mark, so they are fighting for their second league win. Miller hits the roller. That was Collins. Couldn't quite secure it, but Carter pounces on it. Sears open for 3. Bounces out. And it'll go to Oklahoma.
Yeah, they really need Sears to get going. Coming off the Missouri game, he only had 2 points. I think he was 1 for 4 from the floor.
Yep.
And he's a guy that cannot happen for this team. He and Carter this season have taken over 500, I think, and 50 shots.
Yeah.
And his production is sorely needed. They
continue to play this season without Jalen Reed. That's their starting five-man. Was putting up career-high numbers before he tore the ACL, 8th game of the season. This is Godwin on the drive. Can they get a little more scoring from their five-man?
Yeah, he's sneaky. He can do that. He can put the ball on the floor. He can shoot a good offensive rebounder. He's a guy that you can't just ignore. You look at him, he's got 5 points a game, but he's a guy you better pay some attention to.
2-year starter. And you saw Porter Moser a few moments ago. There's Sears, puts it up, could not get it to go. Duke Miles, a blur into the front court. Moore wants three, not that time. Moser's Sooners, they play this rugged 5-game stretch against 5 straight ranked opponents. Moser has been very vocal about, we just need that one. We need that one win that could change the trajectory the last few weeks of this season. Sears falling down. He could not be bailed out that time. And it looks like that's the second foul that Victorious Miller draws. That's another team foul on OU.
You're going to see Carter and Sears for LSU garner a lot of attention from the Sooner defense. They are going to funnel them in to help. They're going to try to get on that right hand, make them go left. But they know as well as everybody knows that that's the head of the snake for LSU. And they're going to try to get them into help situations to where they have to pass and see if these other guys on LSU can pick up the slack.
And nobody else outside of that duo averages double figures scoring for the Tigers this season.
But a guy coming in, freshman Miller out of Houston, he did a little picking up on the slack the other night against the Razorbacks with 16 points and some very, very impressive post play against 7-2 Big Z.
That's number 6 in the purple in the corner. Come on, tell it like it is. You said impressive. Some old school post moves.
I was tearing up. He's doing some drop steps and some up and unders.
Oh, look at this. The run out, and Goodine converts. That was quick.
Transition points are huge for both teams as they struggle to shoot the ball in the half court. Who can get out and get some easy ones?
A couple of players off the bench for LSU into the game. Gibbons, number 3 in the purple. That's the freshman. And then Mike Williams on the floor. Miller comes to set the screen. Carter left wide open and cashes in.
And you can see Porter Moser upset. Again, in the shoot-around in practice yesterday, the focal point was number 5, number 5, number 5. And for him to come off a ball screen and walk into a 3 is unacceptable if you're the Sooners.
Yeah, Carter's been shooting from distance at a really high rate of late. Goodine puts it up and answers.
Speaking of a guy that's been lighting it up, Goodine has been on fire.
52% from beyond the arc in league play. Williams left wide open, and they could not get back-to-back to go down.
Can some of these other players for LSU that are going to get open looks like Williams knock them down?
Carter taking it coast to coast himself before the dish back out to Bailey. Bailey already knocked down one triple. Dribble drive, picks it up, keeps the pivot foot, and that can't go. Godwin, down with the rebound.
It gives you some juice, and it'll be interesting to see the juice that Jimmy Butler brings towards the end of the NBA season.
Yeah, so many great former Sooners excelling at the next level. Again, Hield playing about 25 minutes a game with Golden State this year. He's had a great 9-year NBA career. And so who will be the next? A lot of folks think it might be number 0 in the white. That's Jeremiah Fears. Early minutes of a very important class. So here's your man Robert Miller, the big man, the rookie, goes up with the right. And that rebound is pulled down by Mo Wagee.
He's going left shoulder, okay? I'm just telling you right now. If he goes right shoulder tonight with a jump hook, I may fall out of my chair.
That's a difficult
but he's good at
shot there for Moore.
Yeah, if you're good at something, work it till they take it away.
Oh, you're right. Miller had a strong game in the loss to Arkansas a few days ago. Had the 16 points, season high 29 minutes as well. Bailey, a little hesitation, the finger roll, got it to go.
LSU's going to run a lot of that middle corridor ball screens. You're going to see a lot of that action. Do you blitz it? Do you show hard? But you can't let them get downhill.
Fears offline on the runner. Ball back to LSU. But what else is critical for the Tigers today, especially now as they head back down this side of the floor?
Well, I think it's important. I mean, it's been a crux of theirs all year with the turnovers. But they have got to get some transition points. And they've been good this year in games, especially at Alabama. They got into open floor and was able to get a flow, get guys coming in the break for open threes, lobs, and all those sorts of things. All teams benefit from that, but I think LSU, especially with those struggles to shoot the ball at 28%, they need some good wide open looks.
That was a really close game late January, the 7-point loss to Alabama. Collins scores it at the rim. They were so close a week ago, had the double-digit lead against Ole Miss at home with 3 to play, ultimately lost that, and so the slide continues. It's a 7-game skid for a Tigers team that remains shorthanded, and perhaps even further today. This is Kobe Elvis, can't hit the 3. Corey Chest, questionable whether or not he'll play today. Back spasms and pregame warm-ups. Miller can't hit the 3. That is a shot that is certainly in his arsenal.
He's a guy, as Porter Moser said in the scouting report, he's looking to get cooking. He's not turning down any shot.
Yeah, if he's got it, might let it fly. This is Elvis now, close range look. Elvis somehow threw it back in.
Littlest guy on the floor, just stays in there with the shot. Nice little control of the ball, nice tipping.
Yeah, he's been a solid role player off the bench this year for OU. This is Williams, little head fake on the freshman. Bounce it down to Collins. Damian Collins to the corner, back to Miller, offline. And Dayton Forsythe, the rookie, comes away with the rebound. So here's Fears. The playmaking rookie gets it to Wagee. Mo Wagee fouled. Mo Wagee was with Alabama a season ago on that run to the Final Four. Decided to hit the portal, so the senior from Bronx might finish up his college career here in Oklahoma.
Yeah, good looking athlete, moves well, got some good length. Just showed that he could put it on the floor a little bit. OU needs rim protection. They are really lacking with somebody to protect the rim for them. This is a guy that if he plays well, could provide some of that thing.
Yeah, they're last in the league in blocks. They struggle on the rebound margin on a game-to-game basis. After the Gibbons 3, this is Duke Miles quickly into the front court. Fears lines up the 3 and hits it. First triple for Fears.
I really like that. He's been very patient. A lot of times young kids are kind of put out there to be the phenom, really force the action. He hasn't forced a good-looking shot there.
Next level playmaker who's certainly in the running for Rookie of the Year in the SEC, averaging 15 a game. Miller couldn't squeeze that pass through the hole, but there was a foul.
Again, this is a young man who's been struggling for the 3, but when you can get looks like that and you're ready to step in and rhythm and shoot it with confidence, that can really get you going to finish this game strong, to shoot the ball better this game and on into the end of the season.
Freshman from Joliet, Illinois. He has been asked to do a lot in this rugged SEC. 3 in the air. Miller could not hit it, and he certainly produced. He's got it here. Leaves his feet, finds Miles in the corner. Ball fake. Look pass to Godwin in Oklahoma. Very efficient shooting. They got the 10-point lead.
Nice job sharing the ball in transition before LSU could get set.
This is an 8-0 Oklahoma run. Coming up on the halfway mark of this first half in a game in which OU would love to have and take care of business at home. Williams gets fouled.
You like this if you're Oklahoma, that you get the extra pass up the floor in the corner and they come in there. Miles makes a nice little read, draws some defense. Again, you're playing against a team that's scrambling in transition, trying to get matched up, and you take advantage of it.
So 3 top 25 teams highlight our Tuesday men's hoops doubleheader. Otega Oweh in Kentucky hosts Vanderbilt at 7 Eastern, and then afterward, top 25 battle. Alabama is at Mizzou Arena, where it has been very difficult for opponents to win this season. I think they've only lost one home game. That doubleheader on the network, also streaming live on the app.
That's going to be good.
Yeah. Well, we go back to some of the issues defensively for LSU. Look, we've been eyeballing Corey Chest on the LSU bench. I don't know if he's playing today. He was listed officially as questionable. Godwin couldn't throw it down, but that's a foul on Miller. He was clearly frustrated in pregame warmups after tweaking something. We were told he tweaked his back.
He was out there doing post-up drills and doing some post-up. He did something while working in the post, doing some one-on-one stuff in the post. Got a little uncomfortable, and you could kind of see that it didn't look like he was in pain, but it was definitely something that was frustrating him, and definitely something that was bothering.
Yeah, you could see. Look, he's wearing that brace just around his torso and back. Again, that was after he had come out of the tunnel. That was about 30 minutes to tip. He came out of the tunnel, tried one layup in the layup line, then took a seat. And so the official word is back spasms, questionable to play today. Oh, Miller, look out! Realized, hey, I got a clear path.
Well, they're getting so much attention to the ball screen with Carter that they're really getting up there, and Miller comes up and nobody rotates over to pick him up. Nice play.
LSU needed it, so it's an 8-point game. This is Moore. Got position. Forced that pass there. Luckily bailed out by the kick.
You can see that they are not going to let Carter come off of that ball screen wide open. And the rotation from the weak side with Miller just unguarded. Layup line.
Goodine wants 3. That's strong. Maybe numbers here for LSU. No one running with Gibbons. And so Oklahoma does get back. Bounce pass to Miller. This is Victorious Miller. So the freshman's Miller going to work there. And Victorious is a bit more aggressive, looking for his shot today in the early goings. The rookie is going to the free throw line.
Really liking the ball movement of both teams, but especially LSU. They're doing a very good job of making the extra pass. They're getting some really good looks. You just got to kind of make the threes, convert the twos, but they are getting very good. They're running really good offense.
Yeah, I would underscore that. You're right. They've had some open looks. They are 4 of 15 from the field to start, so that's 27%. Miller coming off the 9-point outing against Arkansas. That was one of his highest scoring totals since non-conference play. He was dealing with that ankle injury for a handful of games, so he looks himself again.
Again, they need his aggression offensively, because again, Carter and Sears are going to get double teamed. They're going to have a lot of eyes on them. The more aggressive he can be, I think the better for LSU.
Godwin was looking for more. He was covered up by Carter. Godwin coming to set the screen. This is Jalen Moore improvising on the baseline. Back out to Fears with 8 to shoot. Fears tried to pass it to Godwin, threw it away. Gibbons, bounce pass, Carter converts, as that's a quick 6-0 run.
Nice catch and finish there. Gibbons pushing the ball, but a nice catch and finish by Carter.
Well, let me correct myself. It's a 7-1 run. Nevertheless, it's still an important one, and response for LSU. Godwin fouled. Count the basket.
Miller's really having difficulty with this pick and roll in these drives. He's getting caught in between, and he's got Godwin with some easy baskets. He needs to challenge that. He hits it down low. Big fella's got length. Challenge it, make him shoot over the top instead of fouling him at the waist.
And so the rookie is whistled for his first foul. Godwin at the line. He has been productive. He's got the 6 points here. The fifth-year senior from Ada, Oklahoma. So he grew up maybe about an hour and 15 from Norman. Started his career in Wofford and spent the last 3 years playing for his home team. Look who's wide open. This is Bailey, that same corner three.
And again, it starts with Carter coming off the handoff. 2 guys are on him. They're pushing him to the sideline. You got to get rotation. Good find.
And so LSU has gotten contributions from folks outside of Carter and Sears. Sears on the bench, by the way, with the 2 fouls. And Miles draws the whistle. Bullet point. Oklahoma right now. There's 3 weeks left in the regular season plus the SEC tournament. But right now, Joe Lunardi calls them quote-unquote bubble team, if you will. They're a projected 10 seed.
And those last 5 games, if you any of those you lose is not considered a bad loss.
Yep.
But they are very much considered a good win.
Yep. So the 5-game stretch of 5 straight ranked opponents that they just played. That's only the 2nd time that's happened in program history. 5 straight against 5 ranked. They're about to do it again. So only 3 times in program history and twice in a 2-month stretch. Curtis Gibbons hits that pull-up. First basket for the freshman.
And scheduling. Welcome to the SEC.
It's a historic season. That's a kickball. We've got a couple of kickballs on this end of the floor. And Porter Moser knows all about the challenge. Now, they're off to a much better start, Joe, than their last 3 games. They were down 20 in each of those games against Tennessee and Missouri at the half.
Yeah, it's imperative, especially when you have a little bit of self-doubt. It's a lot of probably LSU and Oklahoma do to get off to a good start, to get the game within the game, get your spirit up, get yourself feeling good, play confidently.
Here's the freshman, Forsythe, back out to Miles, so they have spun it around here several times. Miles, a deep triple. Moore with a great, strong rebound.
Wow, that was straight athleticism and strength. Stole a bucket there.
It's been in double figures, 19 straight games. He has been very consistent and a leader for this club. Take a look at this.
This shot is a tough shot. 3 seconds on the shot clock. He had to shoot it. LSU plays great defense till right at the end.
No box out, gives the opportunity to Moore. So it's a 5-point lead for OU. Forsythe can't hit it, and another near offensive board. Goodeye got his hands on it, and if it's a tie-up, it's going to stay here. So we've got a little scrum. Everybody gets back up. New 20 for Oklahoma.
We talked about the boards. Both teams are not considered very good rebounding teams, but these last couple possessions, Oklahoma's been getting second chance opportunities. And again, that's something we got to keep an eye on that could be a big difference in the game.
Again, no Corey. Well, I'll put it this way. They listed Corey Chest as questionable, but the way things are looking, he doesn't look like he's playing today. After the miss, this is Bailey. Shovel it back to Gibbons. Collins running the floor.
Transition points, huge for LSU. Again, to reiterate, a team that struggles shooting the ball from the floor to get easy ones.
Moore puts it on the deck. Moore tried to shovel it down to Miles, and so it does stay here. 6 to play in the first.
Again, we've been very impressed with the ball movement at LSU. Giving it up and then giving it up again in transition. You love to reward the big fella Collins for running the floor.
Collins, he has been an X factor at times in their wins and near wins.
Yeah, he's a rim roller. He's an offensive rebounder. He's a shot blocker, a protector. And he's been playing really, really solid here in the last few games.
Near win, maybe another way to say loss.
Yeah.
They've had several close losses.
You could spin it. Yeah. If you're LSU, that's how you spin it, man.
Well, they have been there in a lot of games. Oh, Collins, he's a brilliant rim protector. One of the better shot blockers in the league. He's running. He was hoping his rookie would find him. Victorious Miller can't convert on the leaner. Collins now is announcing his presence.
And again, just the ability of a guy like him with the length and the size to run the floor, to get involved in the play, get himself under the rim, and make a play.
That 7'5" wingspan. Matt McMahon likes to say he's a once-in-a-generation athlete in terms of some of those measurements. This is Glenn Taylor Jr. caught underneath. Moore comes to bail him out. Little hesitation, starts to spin, head fake, goes up, rebound down to Collins.
Collins really affected the game.
Very active. Back-to-back baskets plus the block 2 possessions ago. And this one is tightened up. OU had a 10-point lead earlier, 1-point game. Miller wide open, can't hit the 3, and a new 20. Boy, OU is left a couple of LSU players wide open on 3-point looks.
So again, Carter is garnering so much attention, and he's become a willing passer and doing a great job of finding teammates.
Late shot clock look here. This is Givens. Givens, a contested 3, and he gets fouled by Taylor.
And boy, I tell you what, was watching practice yesterday, was watching shoot around today, and he point of emphasis, let's not foul a 3-point shooter today. Said reach for the lights. Don't go long. Another term is don't long jump.
Yeah.
You know, jump high, don't jump long. But you gotta get to the side and 5 feet behind the 3-point line. That's when you got to make them knock down.
You know, with the shot clock draining too. So missed free throw though on the front end there. So we've got our triple header of women's hoops coverage beginning tomorrow at noon Eastern. Ole Miss and Tennessee. That one's streaming live on the ESPN app as well. So Talaysia Cooper and the Vols looking for a home win. Boy, consecutive missed free throws by Givens. The freshman is only 15 out of 22 on the season.
They are probably the best, or one of the best free throw shooting teams in the conference. In the last 2 games before this one, they've really struggled to the line, shooting right at 50%. They only took 6 against Arkansas, but I think they were 12 out of 25 versus Ole Miss.
Yeah, you nailed it. That was the game last Saturday, and a lot of those missed free throws, certainly bedeviled them. So Givens is going to have to just get past that. That is it's an odd 0 for 3 trip to the stripe. Givens, the rookie's handled himself well at times. His first season, relied upon a lot in SEC play. Taylor taking it in, has to kick it back out to Elvis. Kobe Elvis going between the legs. Elvis spins. Elvis, of course, it just hypnotized the D that time.
You like the fact that he got into the lane and played off of 2 feet. He was under control, did a little pivot, a little ball fake. Nice play.
Mike Williams cut off on the
11. Teams get in very easily.
I don't know, you think Juan Soto can hit above the equator line this year? The equator, how did you confuse?
I was scrambled, baby. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, we got the. I still love. We got the Elvis. We got a little Elvis rendition earlier. You think Fishback's in a good mood today? I would think. I don't.
He's dressed to the team.
That's right.
He's in there. He's looking good. He's feeling good. Probably had a nice meal. He's got Slay in there talking about the boom boom room. How could you not be happy?
I don't think his Tigers trailed. I don't believe they trailed today at any point in that 1 versus 2 battle. Again, there's still 40 seconds left of that game. Auburn's up pretty comfortably right now, Bill. Now, meanwhile, here in Norman, Oklahoma has led for much of this first half. Mike Williams has a good look, can't convert, and so they're now 3 out of 12 from distance.
Yeah, like the extra pass. Good shot.
Now, first half in which Cam Carter has only taken 3 shots. Bill, that's it. He's got a couple of assists.
I think that is a great testament to him because we saw him shoot around and we saw him practice. He was going to get all the attention.
Wagee with his first field goal of the afternoon.
Been very active, and again, they need him. As Fish talked about, or as Slade talked about, the athleticism early on has been in LSU's favor.
Carter, again, that's just his 4th field goal that he's taken. He's 2 out of 4, so he's hit a couple of shots. Oklahoma, as you have abundantly made clear, have given him a lot of attention. This is a deep post catch here for Wagee. He shuffles and scores.
Looking good, Wagee. Feeling good, Kevin. I mean, where did that come from?
He's now got 5. He only averages 3 a game and less than that in league play. Bailey, that's his 3rd corner 3 from that same spot.
They are getting some good looks. And again, it's a team that shoots 28% from the 3 in SEC play. But they're getting good looks. If you keep giving them to them, they're going to knock some of these down.
Carter's only taken 4 shots. Sears on the bench with foul trouble. And so Jai Bailey into double figures for the first time in a few weeks. He's got 11. Fears, he has been defended nicely. Elvis looking to draw the contact, but he got the roll instead.
I like how Fears is playing. He's playing under control. Again, he gets into the lane, plays off at 2 feet. Finds Miles coming down the lane, so he's playing a really good floor game. Maybe not scoring as much, but doing a nice job running the team.
Yeah. How can you impact winning outside of your shots going in?
Well, again, you know, that's just a good drive, good bounce, but that was a difficult shot off of one leg in the lane, a little leaner, a little fallback. Nice touch.
That's the second one Elvis has converted inside. Or inside the paint, I should say. Givens gives it back to Carter. Carter searching. Carter has to get bailed out. Coming up on a minute to go in the half.
Defensively, it's huge.
The Atlanta, Texas native. 2nd largest Atlanta in the U.S., suffice it to say. But this is just the first season for Collins where he has really been a relied upon rotation player or starter. Was hurt almost the entirety of last season. Didn't play much at Kentucky. Carter strips more. Stays here with 50.2 on the clock. 6 to shoot.
Coach Mack talked about how he's been injured and he's been gradually playing more and more and getting more and more comfortable. And you can see the transformation as the SEC season has gone along.
Where's OU going here? They go to Moore, their leading scorer. Jalen Moore has that one denied by Miller. No time left on the shot clock. That's a violation. And there's the rim protection.
Yeah, you try to drive down the lane and do a scoop shot with your right hand, driving left against Miller or Collins, and it's going to get dark. There's not going to be a lot of light at the end of that shot because, again, that's a tough shot with a low shot clock going, so got to go in there and try to shoot that with the left hand and get it up and over.
Oh, so Oklahoma giving LSU a little taste of its own medicine. That was Jalen Moore. It's only his 10th block shot of the season, but he erases that one. And a chance for OU maybe to take it down to the final moments. They lead it by 6 in a first half in which they've led for the majority and by as many as 10. Boy, Elvis getting pretty close here to the half-court line. Gets a little separation, some ball fakes, and then there's a foul on the floor. I saw Wagee go tumbling, and so that does appear to be another foul on Robert Miller. That's his 2nd. 7.1 to go. Shot clock is off for the Sooners. You know, they've shot 50% from the floor. You know, only 2 of 10 from distance, but they have gotten a lot of points in the paint. 5 seconds. This is Elvis. Elvis starting to improvise, guarded by Givens. Throws up the 3, leaves it short.
Fears and Jordan and the other players are really stepping up.
Learn something new about you every day. You got a dog racing guy.
I got a guy. I got a guy. Who knows a guy?
Everybody loves to say, I've got a guy. Here is Collins, draws the foul. So Davian Collins, who was effective on both ends of the floor, protecting the rim and then attacking the basket, will head back to the line.
We touched on it a little bit. I think if there's a part of the Sooners is a little lacking is their length and maybe their athleticism. And it's certainly shown going against this guy, Collins, who is the epitome of a guy that's just overflowing with athleticism and length. And he's having himself a nice game today.
Couple of rebounds, couple of blocked shots. And so this LSU team has lost 7 in a row. It remains a shorthanded group. They haven't had Jalen Reed since early December, and today playing without Corey Chest. Back spasms pregame, and then he was made unavailable. Cam Carter denies Fears that time, but Fears sticks with it and gets the foul.
Good job by the young fella getting into the lane. Really tried to take a really tough one-legged ball away that was ill-advised, and Carter told him about it. But again, stays with it, gets a little ball fake, gets him in the air, got a chance for an and one.
Yeah, right there, that little hesitation is all the five-star freshman from Illinois needed. Fears knocked that one away. LSU will inbound once again now in the corner.
Points off turnovers for LSU has been a problem all year. Only 2 in the first half. Now you see OU turning up the heat a little bit, maybe trying to exploit that supposed problem that LSU has had early in the year in handling the ball.
4 turnovers in that first half. That was it. Number 1 in the purple, Jordan Sears, back on the floor. Remember, only played the 5 minutes in the first due to foul trouble. Collins can't hit the 3. So here is Fears, the 18-year-old who reclassified from the 25 to the 24 class, top 25 recruit. Finds more. Collins, there's that reach again.
I thought he was going to get that off. And I thought that was there. He was taking it off with got the little hook. Nope. Sorry.
You know, he needed every bit of that 7'5" wingspan right off the fingertips there. And there's an illegal screen. That'll go against Sam Godwin. That's the second on the senior.
You see so many guys when they set picks. You think when you set a pick that you have to tag him. You got to hit him. You got to get in the way. Just get in the way. Make him go behind, go under. You don't have to hit the guy all the time on a screen.
Because look what it leads to. Directly leads to 2 points here for Victorious Miller. Godwin, pocket pass. The leaner was left short. Chance for LSU to string a couple of baskets together. Sears rises. That's knocked out. Should be Oklahoma ball going back to the Sooners.
I like the flow of what LSU has. Again, they're getting, I mean, that's a shot Sears you want him taking. I mean, that's a shot that he can knock down. The wide open 3 in the flow of transition, just not making it.
They're at their best when they can get out in the open floor?
I think so. I mean, in watching some of their games on tape and then seeing them against Ole Miss, they can get very stagnant in the half court. They have a lot of athleticism in the open floor. They're a much more dangerous team.
Wow, Collins with
another one.
Yeah. He tapped his chest. He said, "My fault." I wasn't sure who that was directed at. Here's Miles with 3 to shoot. Moore trying to spin, pulls up and hits.
The degree of difficulty on that was maximum. That was a spinner falling back off one leg.
So now Collins on the offensive side just lost his footing there. Expected to bump into Godwin there. He wasn't there.
Low shot clock, leaner off one leg. A big time shot.
11 20-point games this year for Jalen Moore. Today he's 3 of 9 from the floor. So he's been a little off. Fears has it now. Jeremiah Fears rises high. That time it was Iverson style with the shot blocker coming over.
Love to play the little handoff, and then they get the ball screen coming back the other way, and he gets downhill, makes a teardrop over Collins.
And don't let him get hot. He's got a couple of baskets here to begin this second half. That's out of bounds. OU basketball.
And again, you can see this. He gets a little rejection there. And gets it up. Brought a little rain with that one. Been a foggy day today, and I think he put that one up where old Collins couldn't get to it.
Literally and metaphorically as well. I couldn't see about 5 feet out my window, by the way, at 8 a.m. So Fears, it was Collins got him with the block shot 2 possessions ago. And then Fears with the floater. Picks up the dribble this time to Moore, who flashed to the corner. No. It was a good look. Oklahoma stretches it back to an 11-point lead. Just, very slowly, they have taken the largest lead of the afternoon. Duke Miles picks off the pass.
Yeah, very ill-advised pass. A long pass from half court to a guy under the basket. That's not going to be successful.
OU moving the ball now on this side. This is Miles. Draws the foul on Carter. That's his second. And so Duke Miles should be in the act of shooting. Yes, he's at the line for 2.
LSU getting in a danger zone here. I mean, again, it's not your usual big-time 10-0 run and everybody's going crazy in the arena. But as you mentioned, they are slowly, methodically, this has gone to 8, it's gone to 9, then to 10. Now has a chance to go to 13. They're slowly pulling away. LSU's got to get some things going offensively and try to get the tempo going and get back in this game by knocking down some shots.
Hey, remember, tomorrow morning, the Shriners Children's Clearwater Softball Invitational. It continues 9 a.m. bright and early, 9 a.m. Eastern. Texas A&M 5th-ranked Aggies takes on Charlotte. That loaded field down in Clearwater. And, of course, like everybody knows about the behemoth that is OU softball. By the way, they're 7-0. Not 1, not 2. I'm going to do the LeBron thing. Not 3. But this was real this time. The 4-time defending national champs on the softball side. Carter lob it up to Miller. That was a little too far for the 6'10 freshman. Good iron in transition. They're looking. Into Fears' hands. Always feels dangerous when he has it. Pulls it. Misfires.
Well, and, those guys do an outstanding job with their prognostications on the draft. And so much of it, Kevin, is potential. And
yes.
They see potentially. I think if you look at Fears right now, as how he's played this year, I think he definitely needs to come back for another year. But again, that's not how the NBA looks at it. He's a youngster, reclassified, very young. He hasn't scratched the surface.
He just turned 18 in October. It's not like he has an established role here, very productive. And another year of seasoning can only benefit him. It's not like, I just don't think this is his peak. I'll put it that way. You wouldn't want anybody to make a decision about whether or not to go just because, well, is this my peak or not? He can only develop further. Another year at this level. Nice roll to the basket. Wagee is going to the line once again.
You can't, as Wagee has been very active and doing a nice job, but you cannot explain. Over the years, you can't explain the level of talent that there is in this level. You can sit here and you can talk to these young gentlemen about it, but until you experience it, it's like I was saying. I told somebody, I'm at the LA Forum.
Yeah.
And I'm all fired up my rookie year. I'm running down past Jack Nicholson, and Jack Nicholson's talking to me, and I'm like, got my chest out, man. I'm fired up. I'm bending down at the scores table, waiting for the old guy with the LA announcer, he did it again, Joe Klein. I'm like, this is awesome. And then I look out there. Old number 33 is running up and down the floor. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah.
I'm watching him make a couple sky hooks. And I'm like, all right, now what in the heck am I going to do with that?
You wanted to put on Jack Nicholson's glasses and just fade.
Yeah, it was, somebody ruined the party.
Collins, by the way, on the throwdown.
And then after you got to play Jabbar, you might have had a good game against your board. You're feeling really good about yourself. You get on the plane, you're like, where are we off to, man? Oh, we're headed to Houston to play a lunch.
Yeah, Patrick Ewing and the Knicks in 2 nights.
Yeah, I mean, so it's a different level. And you just want kids to not go in there and get their confidence ruined or get, to not believing in themselves. And sometimes I think, especially now with NIL, they can really greatly benefit by staying and being in a program like Porter Moser and getting another year of season.
Miller throws that one in with a hand in his face. The most important contract in the NBA is not the first. Yep. It is the second long-term, big-time deal. And I agree with you. That you just hope that is paramount to every player when they make that decision.
And the other thing you got to realize is if they're drafting you on potential, the next draft and the draft pick behind you is based on potential too. There's a lot of guys looking when they draft them 2-3 years down the line what they're going to be. And so I think the more you come into the league ready to roll, the more mature you are, the more physically capable of handling it, the better you're going to be initially out of the gate, and you can make your statement a lot easier than going in there struggling and they're saying, oh, well, we'll wait, we'll send them to G League or something. The sooner you can get in there and make a bang, the more buck you can make.
And that's what everybody wants for a guy like Jeremiah Fears. That being a lottery pick is great, but we'd rather you play 10 to 20 years in the NBA.
Absolutely. It's not the start, it's the finish.
Yep. Collins got it, and the foul. So that gets it back to single digits with 13:50 to go in the game.
Just doing a really nice job again in this middle ball screen action. And again, Goodwin gets in no man's land. He's not stopping the ball. The guy gets in there deep. You got to have rotation from the backside. If you have rotation from the backside, you're leaving open a three-point shooter. It's been a very effective play for LSU.
How about 10 points, making 11 now, and 4 blocks for Damian Collins. These games that LSU has been right there in the mix. Their Arkansas win, their near Ole Miss win last week. Again, Collins has been an X factor in a lot of their best performances.
He cleans up a lot of messes, offensively and defensively.
Elvis offline. Godwin has done a good job on the offensive glass, generally speaking, today, and he draws the foul.
Well, that's what he does. He's a short roll guy. He's an offensive rebounder, and again, he's probably at the other. He plays the same kind of way that Collins plays, only he plays on the ground. Collins plays above the rim. But they both are basically trying to do the same thing.
Godwin's always had that reputation, just a really clever, savvy offensive rebounder. 7-point lead for Oklahoma. It was 13 a few minutes ago. Elvis, a crossover. Kobe Elvis, the turnaround, score it.
Boy, he's had really good patience when he's got into the lane and not panicked and made some tough shots, but they've been for the most good shots. In balance, under control.
130 games now Elvis has played. He is the veteran. Collins is going back to the free throw line.
You can see Elvis getting into the lane, and then you got the Grim Reaper there, Collins, but he doesn't panic. He doesn't try to flip up something bad. He surveys the situation. Collins gets off him a little bit, does a nice little fadeaway.
You've had a lot of dark themes. I think that's the second one where you said if you going down the lane with Collins at the other end is like going down a dark hall.
Well,
the Grim Reaper.
All right. On a guy who's experienced some darkness when trying to shoot the ball, it's not a good feeling.
Collins, this has been a really good start to his second half. He's got 14 now, 13. 4 blocks for one of the better rim protectors in the league. And he has been relied upon, or asked to do more today, I should say, with chest out. Forsythe in the paint.
Nice job by the freshman coming in there, and again, playing off of 2 feet.
LSU fighting hard to try to cut into this deficit. They're now starting to get to the line a bit more frequently, and Victorious Miller is headed there after the second on Elvis.
Well, this is what he brings, both good and bad. I mean, I love the phrase, and I'm going to say it again, that Porter said, he's looking to get cooking. I mean, he's not looking to pass this ball. He's going to explore the defense. He's going to try to get in there, and he's very aggressive, and I think that's something that this team needs, is his aggressiveness, again, with all the attention that Carter, because Carter has the same reputation, but I think he's done a very good job. Again, I think that comes from being a senior, being around a while. He's just making the play that is there. Having this guy out there being able to play in some open space because of the attention Carter's getting is very, very good for LSU.
Miller's taken the most shots of any LSU player today. Cannot convert at the line, so that's a backbreaker. This is Forsythe, the athletic rookie, couldn't finish. And then Godwin bounces it off Collins, so it stays here.
Had a little fun with him today.
Yeah.
We were talking to Porter, and I said, you know, this kid's a little bit sneaky athletic. And Porter started laughing, and he goes, I said that to him, and he got so mad at me because he goes, what do you mean sneaky? I am athletic. And I walked up to him after the game, after a shoot around the day, and I said, I hear you're pretty sneaky athletic. I thought he was going to punch me until he saw.
I was going to say, did you get it back there a little bit?
Well, you saw how big I was. He left me alone.
Put your arm around him. Let him know. That's another foul on Collins. Hey, Forsythe, so the freshman from Dale, Oklahoma, multiple state championships as a high schooler. He's pretty tough-minded, and he has handled himself well as a rookie in this rugged league. So a bit more efficient in the SEC play than out of conference. Elvis, you can see some of the veteran moves he makes. He was trying to get the whistle there. It's a new 20. Elvis has done a solid job here running the show. Taylor for three. Godwin, a new 20. Godwin turns, can't finish. So the lead remains 9 for the Sooners, trying to take care of business today at home. A projected tournament team. Collins, not known for the three-point prowess, buries it.
That's a coach saying, what are you doing? No. Way to go.
LSU ahead of last season. Shoulder issues, concussion. Winds up only playing a handful of games last year. So he's finally coming into his own this season. We talked to a lot of the staffers throughout the year. They just love seeing how he continues to grow in his first season of really having a larger role.
And he understands his role, and he does it to a T.
Third time this season he's had 4 blocks, and LSU is back within 6. They got it here. This is Bailey. Drive, a tip. So Fears back on the floor here, deflects that one, and he got 2.3 to shoot. That's it.
Now, if you're Oklahoma, you want to take away these points in the paint, these rim rolls. See if you can force this team to shoot some balls outside and try to get them in low shot clock situations like this to see if you can force some bad opportunities.
Gibbons inbounds. It's a turnover. Duke Miles took it away. One of their better defensive players, averaging about 1.5 steals per game this season. Oklahoma, once led by 13. They're still up, but the lead is cut in half. Fears took some steps.
That's where I would really like to see. What I love what guards do when they get in there is they don't have anything. Right then, he drove it to the right, didn't have anything. I always love it when they pivot back and look to the other side, because everybody's ball watching. Everybody's looking at the ball. And if your guys on the perimeter will move and cut just a little bit, you're going to get something really good.
Who are the best point guards you played with that had those instincts?
Jason Kidd wasn't bad.
Yeah, Dennis, good one.
Dennis Johnson wasn't bad.
Long list.
Yeah,
you played with some good ones. Collins now.
Kenny Smith.
Oh, he's just tied his career high. 18 now.
We're cooking, man.
Pocket pass to Wagee, puts it in. Mo Wagee has been very effective today. And we got a whistle. And Collins is grabbing his right arm, shoulder. Sean Eddy, the athletic trainer. So he swung for that one, and then
boy, you hope that's something that can be popped back into place, or something that's not permanent. You don't like the way he's holding that shoulder.
On the block attempt, the right arm, you see the vicious swing there.
All I can think is when he extended it at the end, you know, he was going so hard for the block that maybe he pulled it out of socket a little bit.
Carter gets it back to a 4-point game.
I don't see the trainer over there really doing anything with it. It looks like something that he might be able to come back and play with.
That is 18 points, and their best player on the bench today. Fears drains the three.
Got a nice looking shot when he's got a little time to shoot it. Good stroke.
The lead grows back to 7. Carter. Oh, that was a killer cross.
Now and how things have been, you know, blown apart. You know, those days are over.
And so that's why, you know, Damian asked us the question in the first half. If you're Oklahoma, could you get into the tournament with a 7-11 league mark? Heck, you could.
Yes.
Maybe a 6-12 league mark.
We started looking at it at halftime, and
we got the calculators out.
I mean, you started looking at 6-12, and you were like,
it has to do with just the overall resume. Oklahoma went 13-0 in the out-of-conference, and again, beat teams, okay, like similar teams that might be around where they are on the bubble, if you will, and they also have big wins against Arizona, Michigan, and Louisville.
Yeah, there's no bad loss, you know.
Yes.
And you don't lose as much ground for a loss as you gain from a win.
It's a foul on the drive in. That's the second on Bailey. And so that is why this leads us to resetting the stakes. Oklahoma right now is a projected 10 seed. There's still 3 weeks left in the season, but there's only 3 weeks left in the season. So they're a projected 10 seed. They are what folks would say, they are on Joe Lunardi's bubble as one of the last 4 teams that would be in the tournament field without having to play in that first 4. Again, these are all projections right now, but Joe's pretty good about lining this stuff up this time of year.
Yeah, I'm not going against him.
Yeah.
He's if you're betting on a dog race at halftime, and Joe Lunardi walks in there and goes, "Hey, I got a tip for you. You'll take it."
Yeah. That's the guy you trust. Is this? Did you just reveal your source? This is your dog racing guy?
No, I can't do that. Never do that.
And so that's what critical for Oklahoma today is to just take care of business at home with a very rugged finish to its conference schedule coming up. Miller nearly lost it. Miles takes it away. Good defense from Godwin as well. They're on the move. Godwin puts it up. Tapped. Who's got it? Miller takes it away. And now LSU is on the move. Carter fouls. Count it. Going to the line for one more. A critical 3 for the Tigers.
You've got the miss at this end by Oklahoma. Point blank range. But then what do we get? We get LSU in transition. And this is where this guy is most dangerous. In the open floor with room to work and the ability to pull up and shoot it. Great play by LSU.
He has been lights out from distance of late. This has already been a career year for Carter in terms of his production, but then efficiency as well. He's 41% from beyond the arc this season, but he's 50% his last 4. So he has been dialed in, and it is a one-possession game again with 8:24.
I got to give a tip of the cap to the LSU coaching staff and Coach Mack. This is a 1-in-10 team, and they're playing like they're playing for everything, and that's coaching right there.
Fears draws the foul on Miller. So that's the 4th on Robert Miller. That is notable because there is no Corey Chest available today for LSU. Let me take it back. That foul is not on Miller. Pardon me. That was on Cam Carter. So it's still just 3 fouls on Miller. So while we got a moment, let's remind you, tomorrow our women's hoops triple header, it begins with this great battle in Knoxville. Ole Miss and the 15th ranked Vols get things started at noon on the network. You know, we talk about all these ranked teams on the men's side. We got 7 ranked teams on the women's side out of the SEC and 4 in the top 10. A little pressure. LSU works it across. So after the free throws, 4-point lead still for the Sooners. Collins back on the floor. Collins rolls. 20-point game for Damian Collins.
Wow. And they are going to have to start shifting their defense and really crowding that roll because they are getting right at the rim.
Beers wants it. A bit strong. Godwin couldn't get his hands on it. And then just, 10 minutes ago, early second half. It is a 1-point game again with Damian Collins at the line. One more here to try to tie it. 7:44 down the stretch we come.
Again, and I just love the resilience of this team. I love the resilience of this coaching staff. Again, this is a team that's 1-10. They could really easily just put everything in the bank and say we're heading off for the summer. They're playing like their lives depend on it.
Just the second tie of the evening. Oklahoma trying to take care of business at home. It could ill afford to lose a game like this time of the season. Godwin, nice spin, missed it, and Damian Collins, a career day for the redshirt junior, comes down with another board. LSU has been so hungry, desperate for a win like this. Carter for 3, puts it in. Cam Carter.
Again, they've been hanging around, Kevin, and Carter hadn't been really giving them a lot. Well, guess who's awake now? Carter making baskets.
Yep. In the second half, they are shooting 73% from the field. Godwin has missed a couple of those in the paint. The door is open again for LSU. This is Mike Williams. Into Carter's hands. Carter guarded by the bigger Moore, and he cuts him off.
They got to really stay at home on Carter now. He's feeling it.
17 points, 12 of those after halftime. Nowhere for Gibbons to go. Collins, jab step. Collins down the lane. Collins, that's a difficult one, and a foul on Oklahoma. Another 1-and-1 opportunity here for the Tigers.
Again, he gets Goodine gets ball watching a little bit. Bailey sneaks in, gets in front of him, gets to the rim. Again, causes a foul.
And so, yes, so that is just the 19th foul on Oklahoma. So here's a 1-and-1 opportunity for Bailey. 67% free throw shooter.
Team struggling today from the line, though. This is usually a very good free throw shooting team. And for today, they've shooting at about a 60% rate, usually right around 85 for the season.
Now, Oklahoma is one of the best free throw shooting teams in the nation. They have been all year, top 10 of the country. Now, this has been the Achilles heel at times for LSU. It's been some of the free throw struggles, especially crunch time of close games. Bailey drills the front end here. So while we have a quick moment, Monday night, SEC Inside grants you that all-access pass into Mississippi State men's basketball program season. Never before seen footage, sound, interviews with players and coaches. That's coming up on Monday night. Second foul on Collins. That'll send Oklahoma to the free throw line for a 1-and-1.
This is where LSU, we saw it last weekend against Ole Miss. You come into crunch time, you come into game time, and things, the mistakes at this juncture of the game are much more blown up because of the time left on the clock, and a foul 94 feet from the basket, a missed free throw late in the game, and then you foul 94 feet from the basket and give them a free trip These are things you got to eliminate so you can close games out.
This is an odd moment if you're Oklahoma. For the first time, really, all game, you're staring at a deficit.
But, you know, you feel like you're in control. You know, until about the last 5 to 6 minutes, you kind of felt like, yeah, LSU is close, but we're controlling this game. And now all of a sudden you look up and it's like, whoa, you got to get going.
Forsythe's free throws get it back to a 2-point game. So this one has tightened up. It has turned intense. 6 to play, an important one for both teams. LSU's looking for its second win. They've lost 7 in a row. They're dying for an SEC win. Carter, wild layup, rebounded down to Moore. For Oklahoma, they don't want to take a bad home loss to a 1-10 league team. Jeremiah Fears, foot on the gas, coast to coast.
Oh, little Euro there, breaking ankles.
Even at 63, and there's a little juice in the building with 5:30 to go. Givens cut off by Miles, somehow keeps it. Carter launches, deep one. Rebound down to Oklahoma.
A lot of dribbling in that possession by LSU. Not a lot of ball touching side to side. They got to get in transition or get the ball moving.
Miles going downhill. Miles feeds Moore. Moore fouled. And Jalen Moore is at the line for a pair. That's the third on Collins.
And again, get a young fella with some talent. And look at this. I'm over here. Nope. I'm over there. Doesn't look like much, but that's impressive. Especially going downhill full speed, and then have the ability to get control and to finish.
So Fears right on his average. He's got 15 on 5 of 12 shooting. But he really is a skilled playmaker. And his running mate, Jalen Moore, really the heart and soul, the leader of this team, the senior from Birmingham, at the line, trying to stretch this lead back to 2.
Need ball movement. You don't want to see a lot of just dribbling and the ball being stagnant. You need it to move.
Bailey, the blow by. Jai Bailey draws the foul. Got whacked in the face, but he's headed to the line for a pair.
And again, you said the 2 words that couldn't happen if you're OU. You couldn't have a blow by. And you got to come down. You just can't get blown by. And again, that's the youngster Fears getting up a little too close, getting a little too eager. You know, chop your feet, have some patience, stay back. Don't crowd him too much if he's got a live dribble. That's kind of what you saw there. A guy that's played a few years in Bailey, been in some situations, and a younger player in Fears, very talented, but a little too eager.
You know, Oklahoma has not played in a game like this in a little while. Remember, the 3 blowout losses to Missouri, Tennessee, and Auburn. These are all projected tournament teams and ranked clubs. Their win against Vandy was a 30-point victory. So it's been a few weeks, but they are in a fight coming down the stretch in Norman. Only 1 out of 2 that time for Bailey. And Oklahoma will take it over. Hey, pardon me, partner, that was a foul. They whistled LSU for a foul that time. So OU will benefit from being in the double bonus.
These are mistakes that, again, you want to be eager. You want to be aggressive. You want to play with passion, but you got to have poise. You can't foul when you're in the bonus 94 feet from the basket and give guys and a good free throw shooter a free trip and free points.
And not all fouls are created equal. That is the 4th on Damian Collins. That's a tough one. It's been a career day for Collins. 22 points for the junior.
2 of those fouls on Collins are 94 feet from the basket.
Yep.
And that's where you got to be more in tune of what's going on in the game. And again, have poise and play with a little I'm going to let it go and make a play a little later.
Does this not say it all about the trust level Porter Moser has and the staff and the freshman Dayton Forsythe? Here he is out on the floor, waning minutes, one possession game, and he just went 4 for 4 at the stripe. A game in which OU was in control for much of it has turned into a really tight one. That's a foul on Moore.
And again, it was on Forsythe, number 7. Again,
I know, I'm with you.
He had nowhere to go.
Yeah.
I mean, they had done a nice job of angling him. He was pretty much kind of going to the short corner. He wasn't going to the basket. So the help really wasn't needed. He was going to have to shoot a running, 5-foot hook. That would have been, the difficulty on that would have been extreme. Again, composure defensively, patience defensively. We talk it all the time, be patient offensively. But patience defensively is huge too. I mean, you've got to be able to stay in front of your man. Don't gamble, don't reach, don't get easy free throws, especially late in the game.
Over the back, foul on Miller. That is the 5th foul on Robert Miller. I'm just going to put a quarter in. I'm going to hear it one more time.
Okay, hold on. Let me press.
Say it again.
Here, press rewind, please. Do not foul 94 feet from the basket when you're in the bonus.
That's a tough one. That's a backbreaker because you lose your post man, Miller.
You want to be aggressive. You want to be aggressive, but there's degrees.
I thought that was a good job on the sound effect, by the way. I was wondering if you were going to do it.
As Bill Murray said in Groundhog Day, oh, I'm versatile.
That's right.
So my wife just cringed. Not that movie again, please.
Is that the rewatchable?
That's the one.
Every time
When she walks in there, really? You're watching this again?
Well, Oklahoma has now stretched it back to a 2-score lead.
Again, can you make LSU run offense and not foul?
Victorious Miller to the cutter. Corner! Count it! And the foul!
This is a play they love. They love a little flair to a slip. And they've gotten this a couple times in late games. And they run it. We ask the question, can they run a little offense? Oh, yes, they can. Nice read coming off the flare and then cutting to the basket. And a nice finish by Carter.
Carter, just a savvy, clever senior that time, knowing he could look for a little contact. I think what he has done this season, the way he plays the game, how he's carried himself, it's naturally going to be overlooked. He's on a team that's 1-10 in the SEC. Carter carries himself so well out there. Yep. With the best of them in the SEC. He's had another productive day. It's his 10th 20-point game. This is Miles, drive and kick. This is Fears, picks up the dribble. Less than 4 to play in a critical one for the Sooners in Norman. Fears has it, starting to improvise. Step back, left it way short. Might have been tipped. Shot clock doesn't reset. Oh, Miles! Ball on either side here in a game in which Oklahoma, let's reset it, has led by as many as 13. They led by 10 for much of the first half. They lost that lead a few moments ago. They have since regained it. This is a game for OU. For their tournament resume, they've got to take care of business. They can ill afford, we'll just say it factually, to lose to a team that's 1-10 in league play. That's the OU vantage point. LSU, meanwhile, they are desperate for that second SEC victory. They've been in so many close races, so many close games of late. What will they do in the final 3:15?
It's closing time, and they're going to have to get some rebounds with this small lineup, maybe some steals.
Fears watches it. Oh, it swirls off. The second revolution was the painful one. Less than 3 to play. LSU has it again.
Gonna have a lot of 5 out. Kevin trying to take guys off the dribble. See if it can be effective.
Williams nearly lost it. Williams bounced it off of Fears' leg. So that should stay here. 14 on the timer.
Gonna try to spread them out. Maybe do some ghost slips, some ghost screens, some slips, some dribble handoffs. But OU should be able to switch everything with the defensive lineup they have on the floor.
Williams buys 5 more seconds.
And again, LSU, there's still a ton of time. Keep your composure. Try to take it to the hole. Try to get a free throw. Try to draw and kick.
Oh, Gibbons instead pulls it down and out, and then a foul underneath. That's another foul on Oklahoma. 2 free throws for the Tigers.
Well, both of these teams struggle with rebounding. And today, OU has done a much better job rebounding the ball, having like a plus 12 advantage on the board. But at this juncture of the game, you've got guards out there that aren't normally used to rebounding, who can get these second chance opportunities like LSU is getting right here, and can they convert free throws? Can they convert those opportunities?
These two teams have combined to take 36 free throws this half. Only 1 out of 2 for Victorious Miller, the freshman from Los Angeles. Final 2.5 minutes. Oklahoma by 3. Fears, head fake, instead kicked it back out to Moore. This is Taylor. Taylor, aggressive, barges in, draws the foul.
Taylor with a little bit of size. Both teams are kind of incorporating the same offensive philosophy. A lot of 5 out, handoffs, looking to get downhill. That time, Taylor did a good job of taking the smaller corridor into the lane and then doing a good job once again of playing off of 2 feet, pivoting, and using those broad shoulders to get to the free throw line.
Taylor, 78% at the stripe. Oh.
There's a free throw bug in this place today because both these teams are relatively good free throw shooting teams, and they can't bind.
The lead is back to 4 again for Oklahoma. Cam Carter, he's got 20 today. He just picked up his 4th foul. He's got to be careful. Carter, cross-court feed. They work it around to Williams. He's open for 3.
He's a 3-point shooter, and he's a guy that, when he gets a look like that, he's a really high percentage 3-point shooter. Again, good ball movement. Carter giving it up for the initial double team.
An entertaining, tight second half. Moore just went out of control. Forsythe recovers, missed it. Moore fouled. And Jalen Moore is headed back to the line.
Wow, OU dodged the bullet there. Moore loses control, but again, you see the double team coming. Finds the guy in the corner and look at the extra passes. Finds a wide open Williams. Good ball movement.
Mike Williams, a sophomore from Baltimore. He started a whole bunch of games last year. You know, he barely played early goings of the season. He has since been utilized a lot more. Now, meanwhile, Jalen Moore back at the line. Their leading scorer, 83% at the stripe. Very effective there. And he's into double figures now with 10. OU's lead. Back to 3. 1:45 to go in a tight one in Norman.
How are they going to guard Carter? They're going to double team him. Here we go.
Carter attacks with the left hand. He finishes.
I'm just telling you, you better shadow him. You better show. You better get him to pick up his dribble, because he's a handful, as we all know. One-on-one, you're going to have a hard time.
Time. Oklahoma has lost 3 straight. Lopsided fashion. They're really good teams. Back home, they are trying to take care of business in Norman. Fears into the paint, kicks it out to Forsythe. He stops, turns, puts it up, and puts it in. 3-point lead.
That's a big-time shot for a freshman right there. Big-time shot.
Less than a minute to go. Carter on the attack again. Back out, 3 in the air. Givens left it short. Fears has it. 50 seconds. Fears into the front court. Lost it. LSU takes it away. They've got numbers. Carter fires. That's no good. Williams gave it away, and Oklahoma has it. Before the reach-in foul on Bailey, the Tigers had a chance. OU is going to the line to make it a 2-score lead.
And it's really hard to say you didn't like that shot by Carter. Wouldn't have minded seeing him drive it, but he's been on a heater. Fears got away with one there, should have picked up the dribble and been strong with it, and it almost turned into a great opportunity for LSU. But I got to get back to that shot by the freshman Forsythe to drive into the lane, go to 2 feet, and then hit the fadeaway in a crucial point of the game.
He has been poised. He's playing crunch time minutes. Meanwhile, Oklahoma's leading scorer, who has been performing at an all-conference level, is at the line. Yeah, there it is.
That is a hard shot. The degree of difficulty is hard, and then you put it in the situation it was in, and the fact that he's a freshman, very impressive.
All right, LSU's got a couple of timeouts, but they have got to get to work now. Down 5. This is Carter. Nearly lost the handle. Guarded by Miles. Miles is all over him right. Can they close it out? Carter. Step back. 3.
Oh,
he puts it in, and the foul. Whoa! Carter can get it back to a 1-point game.
Point of emphasis again from Porter Moser. Reach for the lights. High jump. Don't long jump. You see more long jump.
Oh my gosh.
And it's just...
Oh, the complexion of this game has totally changed in 4 seconds. Carter, great free throw shooter. He's hit 5 threes today. It is a 1-point game after the 4-point play. So 20.9 to go. Again, each coach with a timeout. You're LSU, you got to try for the steal here. And then when do you foul? How quickly? Moore nearly gave it away. Givens has it. 14 seconds. Matt McMahon could call one instead. He says, get out of Carter's way.
Oh, no.
Carter
Wow.
got it. Point in that stratosphere, but it feels like it. Cam Carter has just gone on a singular 7-0 run. Oklahoma out of timeouts. They're down 2. Fears has it. They got to do something here. 5 seconds. This is Fears, the rookie. Gathers, puts it up. No! LSU takes it. No time on the clock. We got Cam Carter went on a 7-0 run. And so hold on a second. Now what do you do? You make them, if you miss it, you've got to catch, gather, and fling baseball style in 0.8 of a second. Almost impossible. Miller makes it. You know, that's going to benefit Oklahoma. They'll at least possibly have a chance to get something off.
Yeah, pretty much what you got to do is you got to get a tip. Don't know the rule.
Luke Norweather is just going to chuck it. The tip, game over. That's it. LSU with a remarkable, epic final.